Hi everyone, this is Learning with Linda, and today I bring you an update regarding Social Security. And guys, there's 5 big changes coming to Social Security in 2026, and of course, we'll be discussing whether or not you will be affected. There's also Social Security important dates to remember for the month of December. And there's 3 Social Security bills currently in Congress that could change or even increase your benefits. So make sure you guys stay until the end of this video. Please don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe, and well, let's get right to it. All right, guys, so 2026 is around the corner and there are major changes coming to Social Security for 2026. So let's dive into the details. So I know one major change we always talk about when it comes to Social Security every single year comes down to the COLA. So inflation has ticked up in recent months, resulting in a 2.8% increase for COLA for 2026 for people receiving Social Security and supplemental security income payments. Now, the Social Security Administration, SSA, estimates that the average retirement benefit will rise by about $56 a month from the $2,015 to $2,071, starting with the payments going out in January of 2026. SSA recipients will get their first COLA boosted payment on December 31st. Remember that January 1st is a federal holiday, so that's why that payment date pretty much gets moved. Now, the COLA is applied to survivor benefits, family benefits, and Social Security disability insurance, otherwise known as SSDI, as well as retirement benefits and to SSI. So here's a helpful chart of the estimated average monthly Social Security benefits of what it could look like for January 2026. So before the 2.8% COLA for a retired worker was of $2,015. Now after the COLA, it could look to around $2,071. We also have SSI maximum federal benefit, for example, for individual. Before the COLA, it was around $967. Again, that was the estimated average. And then now after the 2.8% COLA, it could be around $994. Now, of course, when we talk about COLA, that strings along the whole talk about Medicare premiums. So the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services announced on November 14th that the standard monthly premium for Medicare Part B, which covers doctor visits and other outpatient care, will climb in January from $185 to $202.90, which is a 9.7% increase. Now, most Medicare enrollees pay the standard rate, typically as a deduction from their Social Security payments, so the premium increase has the effect of partially offsetting the COLA by $17.90 per month. Now, another big change coming to Social Security in 2026, of course, refers to taxes. Social Security is primarily funded by a 12.4% tax on most workers' earnings. Now, the tax rate itself is not changing, but the amount of income subject to it is adjusted annually to reflect national wage trends. So in 2026, workers will pay the tax on income up to $184,500, which is up from the $176,100 in 2025. Earnings above that threshold are not taxed for the purpose of funding Social Security. So next, let's talk about the Social Security earnings test. So Social Security applies an earnings test to beneficiaries who have not yet reached the full retirement age, otherwise known as FRA, which is currently between 66 and 67, depending on the birth year. So people who collect retirement, or survivor, or family benefits before reaching that milestone and who continue to work may temporarily lose a share of their Social Security payments if their earnings exceeds a certain level. So in 2026, beneficiaries who will not reach FRA or their full retirement age until a later year have $1 withheld from their Social Security payment for every $2 in work income, which is actually above $24,480, which is up from $23,400 in 2025. And so the earnings test eases in the year you reach your full retirement age. Social Security holds back $1 in benefits for every $3 in earnings above the $65,160, up from the $62,160 in 2025 until the month when you hit the milestone. Now, another important topic comes down to earning Social Security credits in 2026. So, you must earn a minimum number of Social Security credits to qualify for the retirement benefits. The Social Security Administration, otherwise known as SSA, can't pay your benefits if you don't have enough credits. So you must earn 40 work credits to become eligible for benefits, and you're allowed to earn up to 4 credits per year. So to earn 1 credit in 2026, you must have wages and self-employment income of $1,890, and you must earn $7,560 to get 4 full credits. So in 2025, you only needed to earn $1,810 to earn a credit, which is $80 less than what you needed to earn in 2026. Now, moving on to the Social Security benefit payment schedule, let me bring your attention to December 2025 and also highlight some important dates. So here we have some important dates for you to remember when it comes to regular Social Security payments. If your birthday is anywhere between the 1st through the 10th, then you can expect your payment on the second Wednesday of December, that is December 10th. Birthdays between the 11th through the 20th, the payment would be on the third Wednesday, that is December 17th. And for birthdays anywhere between the 21st through the 31st of December, you can expect your payment on the fourth Wednesday, that is December 24th. So if you started receiving benefits before May 1997, your payment will arrive on the 3rd of December. For SSI beneficiaries, you will get their normal SSI payment on Monday, December 1st. Now, when it comes to benefits for SSI recipients, there's an early SSI payment for January 2026, and that is because January 1st, 2026 is a federal holiday, of course, we all know as New Year's Day. The Social Security Administration will issue the January SSI payment early, which would be on Wednesday, December 31st of 2025. So make sure you guys keep that date in mind. It's also important to note that the Social Security Administration recently announced a 2.8% cost of living adjustment, otherwise known as COLA, for 2026. That means that many beneficiaries will see a slight increase in their monthly payments beginning in January of 2026. Now, there are some bills currently in Congress that could change or even increase your Social Security benefits if they were to become law. So let me give you guys all the details. So the first bill, we're going to talk about the Social Security Expansion Act. So this bill pretty much aims to enhance benefits and ensure the program's long-term solvency. So key provisions include a monthly benefit increase averaging $200 or $2,400 per year, changes to benefit calculation and cost of living adjustments, a new minimum benefit, and extending student eligibility for benefits. So to fund these changes and extend solvency, the Act proposes applying Social Security payroll taxes to income above $250,000 and taxing net investment income as well. Now, this next bill was introduced in the Senate, and it's actually being referred to the Committee on Finance at this moment. It's the Social Security Emergency Inflation Relief Act. It was introduced by the Democratic senators in October of 2025. This legislation proposes an emergency temporary $200 per month increase to Social Security and related benefits until July of 2026. And this is in order to help beneficiaries cope with rising costs as well. The number 3 bill is called Hands Off Our Social Security Act. This bill aims to protect the program by prohibiting benefit cuts, privatization efforts, and office closures. And well, that is all the updates that I have for today. Remember to turn on your notification button to know when I have uploaded a new video. See you guys next time.